Recording. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Roundtable Souls Roundtable podcast. How is
What's
it?
up? What's up?
Uh, I'm Alex.
I'm Old Hunter,
Night of Green.
and this
Oh,
is
Night of Green.
and this is like I said, the Souls Roundtable.
Ooh.
Yep. Finally got the podcast working, and I'm recording as I speak.
Now that is nice to hear.
Took me a while to get how to figure out how to work OBS. The tinkering was beyond annoying. But now
I can agree.
But now that I've got it recording perfectly, and it's recording like I said, I'll make sure to post it on my channel in the morning. And I'll make sure to add you too. So, anyway, before we begin our discussion, how is everybody's weekend been? Well, weekday.
Mine was okay. Just been a bit busy. There's loads, really.
Yeah. For me, it was just basically so I've just been going to be using for filming, but other than that, it's mostly just it's just a lot of setup for that mostly.
Interesting. I saw you. What was it? By the way, Trooper, what was that game I saw on your Twitter about that monster eating people thing? Looked fun. Trooper?
Oh, Carrion. It's an indie game. Carrion.
Karen. Might check it out.
Yeah, it's an indie game.
How expensive is it?
Good.
How much does it cost?
I think it's around £10.
Anyway. Okay.
Not bad. I'll check it if it's on Steam. Should be able to play it, no problem. Me, I'm still playing Persona 5.
I think it'd be on Steam.
Never see it coming.
The music is fantastic in the game.
Oh, I agree.
I need to play that Persona 5. I haven't really played none of the Persona games.
Neither have I. Persona 5 was technically my first Persona game, and it's quite fun.
Shoot. I feel like it's like that for a lot of series. People play like one that's like further in, and it's like, wow, I like the series.
Hey, they say, the Persona fanbase actually say this. If you actually played your first Persona game will always be your favorite. I think that's kind of true. I avoided the Persona series because it's a JRPG, and I feel like JRPGs are just all in one and the same. You know, skinny teenagers that are off to fight some evil satanic sort of creature to save the world and blah blah blah. It's basically interchangeable.
And where do the Souls games fit in that then?
True. Hey, but the Souls games actually have excellent gameplay and story. Turn-based with JRPGs is always just turn-based combat. The gentleman way of fighting, as they always say.
Right.
Plus, every game does try to add. Go on, sorry.
I was about to say, speaking of Souls games, so what do you think about PS5 coming in soon on November?
I really feel annoying that certain countries are getting the console first than others. It feels kind of unfair.
Agreed.
Trooper, your thoughts?
Japan are getting it last. Japan are going to be getting it last because it would get the games last. Anyway, like Dark Souls. And I think Demon Souls as well.
Oh, I still love that. What was the guy's name? Kutoragi, the father of the PlayStation. Ken Kutoragi.
Oh, the guy who. Oh, how he said that Demon Souls was a trash game, and then he turned around and loved it.
That will always, and I found it funny when the trailer was announced that he was there. He said it was a game dear to my heart, and then suddenly it was Demon Souls, a game in the past, as you said, Green, he rightfully ripped apart.
It was such a shoot, and I can't blame him. I remember when I first played Demon Souls, I absolutely hated the experience because I was kind of like, ugh.
True, I was the same thing when I first heard about Dark Souls. I thought it was a hard game, it was a terrible game. I grew to love it afterwards, and I think that's an experience for a lot of Souls players. They hated it at first, then they suddenly love it.
Exactly.
That experience.
Maybe for some, not for all. I'm just saying that it's a thing.
Saying that I played Demon Souls the other day, and going back to it felt weird since as we've got the remake on the horizon.
Hey, it's a shame that because of the Sony's in interest of publishing the games in the West, that they didn't originally they couldn't have the licenses for Europe or America. So hence why it's been taking so long to get the remake. They had to go through licenses and deals with both Atlas and Bandai Namco. So hence why it's been so difficult to get this Demon Souls remake. Say.
Forgot.
Just a quick, can you guys hear me fine?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. I'm a little paranoid by internet sometimes. But still, I do enjoy it.
I was going to say.
No, because no one put in my
Oh, and other news, I managed to complete my replay of Sekiro on my Twitch.
I think I saw a bit of it.
Did you believe it that I took Inshin down on my first attempt?
I don't think I've seen that bit.
Okay, so my question is, was it Fire Ishin or was it 3 health bars Ishin?
3 high health bar Inshin, my friend.
3 health bar Ishin.
And I didn't die even once.
Oh wow.
I consider
pretty good.
Pretty good. I consider that fluke luck.
Do you think you could repeat that experience?
I highly doubt that. I was geared up when I was geared up for a bit of an ass whooping when I played it on my Twitch. I was gonna think this is gonna take me a few tries, and I might as well just clench my butt and just prepare for the ass whooping. Lo and behold, I beat him, not even dying once. I think this time I knew what I was.
And you beat Kadich.
Yeah, I think this time I knew what I was doing.
What you were doing. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I knew the tricks. I know what to do. It's the sort of that he's difficult at first because remember when Sekiro first came out, the mechanics were completely different from what we're used to from the Souls. So now that I've actually got some muscle memory on Sekiro, it's not been too hard. Hey, I do enjoy the combat a lot.
Right.
10 up.
Right.
You want to say something, Trooper?
I like Tishin. He's one of my favourite bosses. I like his moveset and everything.
Have you tried emulating his moveset, Green?
So Ishin's moveset I'm doing at 700 subs, so I'm just waiting for that time.
Fair enough, my friend. I don't blame you.
I'm a little bit a ways off, so I'm not right. So I'm just waiting for the what's it called? What's it called? I'm waiting for the mode where you can redo boss fights.
Oh,
that's like going through the whole game right now.
It'll be out next week, along with the. I'm kind of glad. I'll get onto that for a second. But I'm glad that finally in a Souls we're getting a boss. Not a boss rush mode, but more of a boss replay mode. I think a lot of us have wanted that for the different Souls games.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
Not only that, they're also adding new movesets as well.
Ooh. Ooh, new free up. Ooh, goody. And costumes. I was going to bring that up. I really wish other AAA...
Right.
Yeah, I really wish other AAA developers would just take note from what From's doing. Free updates for everyone. Not paid DLC.
I know Ghost of Tsushima does it.
Well, I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, you haven't played it?
Nope. I was a little
Are you
hesitant.
interested in doing so?
Maybe, but I feel like I think I've had my fill of a Japanese game set in Japan. Sekiro kind
Right.
of. I think Sekiro kind of filled that gap up for me. It's like when it was E3 when the game was first announced, I was thinking, hang on, Neo 2 was also announced, so what? There's going to be 2 Japanese games created by 2 companies that decided, one company that was the creator of the Soul series, and another company that decided to emulate the Soul series. And I thought,
Neo.
Yeah, Neo 2 was announced the same time when Sekiro was.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of made me thinking the people who are more if you're trying to target the Souls fans, my friend, you're gonna be a bit out of luck with how Sekiro is gonna be getting the most of the attention from us. Honestly.
And now Demon Souls remake and probably Bloodborne coming back on PS5 is going to see a resurgence.
Of course. Oh, by the way, adding on to that, there's rumors that'll be having a remaster on PC as well.
Bloodborne?
Yep.
Or...
Bloodborne.
Why would they? But that's a Sony. Why would they put it on a PC? Interesting.
Souls games have no.
Sorry, Trooper.
Been on PC, just on emulation.
I mean, I can see if people like PC gamers are doing, like, you know how they emulated was it Demon Souls for PC? They probably, it might be an emulation, because I don't know why Sony would give up their exclusive Soulsborne game.
They put Horizon Zero Dawn on PC.
You know, that is true.
And that was one of the biggest games. Well, I'd argue still Bloodborne.
So we'll have to see.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to see. That's true. But still, if Bloodborne comes to PC, at least the PCs can actually just stop complaining about how they should have that game on PC. At least they'll stop mewling for a while until Demon Souls. Because then they'll demand that game become on PC.
Oh, of course. You know that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. But either way, though,
there's a rumor it might go on Xbox as well. Since as it's by Bluepoint, but developed by FromSoft.
Steel Battalion? Really? That's gonna get a remake for the Xbox? What? The Xbox Series X? And just a side note.
No.
And just a side note, that's a really silly name to call it Xbox Series X. Personally, that's a silly name. It's a mouthful.
A little bit mouthy.
Yeah. What happened to...
Exactly.
Like, why couldn't they have called it something pretentious, like the Xbox 2 or something? Yeah, why couldn't they have called it...
Xbox 2, right?
Yeah, it would have actually
You're telling me.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Xbox 720. I'm still waiting for that.
I think that was the joke. That was a fun joke.
Right? I mean, look, PlayStation kept it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Unless they're going to call the PlayStation 6 PlayStation add-on or PlayStation Series 6. PS5 S6. That just sounds awful.
Or what was it? Remember when Call of Duty had Call of Duty 4, and the Roman numeral for 4 is Ivy, not 4 eyes.
Yeah.
PlayStation 6 is not going to be PlayStation 6. It's going to be PlayStation 6 eyes. You'd be like, but guys, that's VI.
Yeah. I guess they don't understand Roman numerals.
I'm just so mad at that, the Call of Duty thing. They're like, guys,
It's the
4
same.
is not I.
They can also add the fact that it's the same game every single year, and it's an innovativeless. I'm gonna say it, garbage pile of a game.
See, but they make so much money, so it's like, hey, they're probably like, don't fix what ain't broke, so they're gonna like repackage it.
I played a good shooter, and you should, if you guys can ever do it, try it. Titanfall 2. I know it's from EA, but it's actually one of their better shooters.
Saying that, I was going to get that like today when I was looking on the play.
Then go get it. It's a really good game.
Store, but I saw The Witcher, Throne Breaker.
Ever since The Witcher was announced for the PlayStation 5, I've been thinking, save my money and get it for the next gen.
It's worth it. It's fun, and it's got a really deep story.
Right.
I did watch, a while back. I did do the TV series as a review.
It just comes along with it.
I did the TV series a long time ago as my early reviews. Let's just say I'm not particularly happy about how I worked my early reviews. In fact, I've been thinking of going back to a couple of them to redo them.
Sounds like a smart idea.
I'll be redoing I'm redoing Cardcaptor Sakura, and I'll be redoing Violet Evergarden. And let's just say, after I finish Violet Evergarden, I'm moving straight to the movie.
Ooh. You're not going to do anything on modern? Because I know people are really hyped about My Hero. What's that one?
The movie?
Demon Slayer.
I can't watch. Unfortunately,
the movie just came out.
Unfortunately, due to where I live, Demon Slayer is currently unavailable in Portugal.
I am sorry. That is.
I know.
The case.
If I could, I would watch it. I would review it. But sadly, I can't. I've had some success with watching Konosuba, but he lives in Brazil and has access to it. So he's been kind enough to let me basically stream. He's been kind enough to stream it on my server and basically just let me watch it.
Oh, did you enjoy the Konosuba movie?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm only on season 2, my friend.
Oh.
I'm still debating with...
okay, got you. Yeah, okay, that's fine that you guys want to do that.
I still haven't decided if I should just waste an hour. I don't know if I should watch it, because it's a movie, and it's going to take a long time. A series is one thing, a movie is another. Plus, if I do it...
Wait, hold up. Wait, you said a series is one thing, a movie's another, but aren't series longer than movies?
Movies are longer than series. Well, it depends. These days...
Wait, what?
Well, these days, TV shows are as long as movies. TV shows, I think these days are interchangeable.
Are you talking about individual episodes? I thought you meant the whole series.
Okay. What I meant to say is that I can watch maybe 1 or 3 episodes at a time. Show that goes to an hour, but I don't know. Maybe I. But
yeah.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
No, I know what you mean now. No, continue. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just confused. I was like, wait a minute. Movies are shorter than whole series. I'm sorry. I was just having a brain moment.
I was trying to say is that you could watch 1 or 2 episodes that is less than an hour, and we watch 1 or 2 episodes a day, and then he goes, and then a movie is an hour long, so it's gonna. I have to try to convince him to a time when he's got an hour or more free, and just try to watch that. The thing is, for me, and Violet may be the sole exception to this rule, that if I review this series, there's going to be very little that I can talk about the movie, because it's going to still have the same characters. Sure, it's a different plot, but I might, if I'm going to talk about the characters, I might just move the character discussion to the movie part. It's pretty simple. So
right,
that's what I feel like. Yeah, I can review the movie, but I think I'm just going to repeat myself in a lot of parts, especially the characters part. So,
Right.
It's always. I could talk about the characters that are introduced, but that's the fact that there are a lot of new characters introduced. So it could be that I could talk about minor characters and just waste everybody's time. So I have to try to figure out what's how things work. But like I said, I think. Go on.
I was about to say, do whatever makes you happy?
Thank you, my friend. Though I think, like I said earlier, Violet will be the sole exception to that little rule. I think every reviewer has that series that they don't like, but everybody else likes. And for me, I think that series is Violet Evergarden.
Ooh.
Hey, Old Hunter.
Yeah?
No, the other week.
Hmm?
Was you on about Dragon's Dogma, the series on Netflix?
Oh, that one.
And I enjoyed it, even though it's.
Oh, I need to watch. I just finished the game. I need to watch the Dragon's Dogma.
Secondly,
series.
I had no experience with the game. Sadly, I know of the basic plots. Dragon attacks village, and he's out, and they're out to get it. But I feel like. No, I understand. If you enjoy it, good for you. I'm happy that you could enjoy it. But I felt like Dragon's Dogma was just a.
Yeah, I never finished the game.
But I feel Dragon's Dogma is just a standard. How do I put it? A standard revenge flick. Ethan.
Really?
Yeah, I found it was too generic. Dragon messes up my village, and now I'm on a request for revenge, and I'm just gonna alienate everybody that tries to change my mind. And I think my throat fell asleep for a second. I feel so generic at times.
I find that so funny because the game is not even about okay. You know what's so funny about that is that the game itself, right? Object.
Could you repeat that? You cut out for a second.
Quests and stuff, and you can get more powerful then face the dragon off as the whole civilization can befriend people and then give them gifts and they'll give you quests and then essentially you have a whole nation cheering for you to defeat the dragon.
Unfortunately, if that's what the case is in the series, that didn't happen in the movie because the main protagonist, Ethan, is just out for revenge. The dragon killed his pregnant wife and his surrogate son, and now he's just out to kill the monster.
So in the actual game, he did not. There was no the only revenge was quote unquote. Okay, the dragon stole his heart and turned to an arisen. He wants his heart back. That's so funny.
Yeah, it just completely missed the thing and just went for a generic revenge plot.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like
no. I think with the Netflix series, it's less about death and rebirth. With what they've done.
So wait, hold. You're saying it's about a different arisen than the one that's from the Dragon's Dogma game?
Yeah.
Oh, so then that makes sense. If it's not about the game or it's about like a previous, because I know with the Dragon's Dogma series, it's one of those ones where it's like a Soulsborne where it's there's always endless loop of something. In Dragon's Dogma, basically you defeat the dragon, get your heart back, then you defeat the essential god of the universe and become the god of the universe. And then someone else does the same.
The thing is in this the things in the spoiler. Do we want me to spoil it because it goes for if you don't, I'm asking.
I don't mind.
Basically, the Arisen turns into a dragon.
Yeah, that's one of so that is one of the possible lore implications is that if you don't stay on the heroic path, then you'll eventually turn to a dragon as an Arisen. And all the dragons you find were former Arisen. So
no, just latching onto that. The way you described it sounded fantastic. It had great mechanics. It had a great lore behind it. But when the series I watched, it kind of felt like I know I shouldn't. It just felt like a generic revenge story. In the end. Plot. Yeah, it's just a generic revenge plot. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's what I felt like. And it didn't help the animation, and forgive me for this one, Trooper, that the animation reminded me of the Berserk anime.
Which one? The original or
2016.
The new one?
I'm being 100% honest with you guys. I almost thought they were done by the same studio.
I don't care. I haven't seen it. I wouldn't know.
Honestly, if you want to watch a good adaptation of a game, go watch Castlevania, because I did a review on it that will be coming out next week. Self-advertising, by the way. I said that Castlevania will be the new standard. I will be judging all video game-based adaptations from now on, because Castlevania is just that good.
I enjoyed Castlevania, to be fair, when I watched it. I found it pretty good, to be fair.
I told you. I think what made it special is that, yeah, it used the elements from the... I played a few of the Castlevania games. I played Castlevania Portrait of Ruins, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and Dracula X for the PS Vita. So I played at least 3 of them. By the way, Castlevania Symphony of the Night was an excellent Metroidvania game. Just thought of putting that out quickly.
That's true. It set a standard for Metro games as well, for games like Super Metroid.
And again, let's forget that
and also Indies.
Let's also not forget that the Metroidvania genre was half Metroid, half Vania. So Castlevania did put has defined the Metroidvania, to such a point that Metroidvania is an actual genre.
Right.
And again, we could say that Souls. Do you guys use Soulsy or Souls-like? Because I interchange the two a little bit.
I would say Souls-like, because like things like what's it called, Mortal Shell, and like other things that aren't Souls but like are pretty Souls-like.
I don't know. No, I interchange the two. I say, oh yeah, Neo's a Soulsy game, or Neo's a Souls-like. I interchange the two quite frequently. I guess the community's still not decided on what to call it, the genre. But like I said, if I was gonna be honestly saying what would be a good adaptation for a video to anime, it would be definitely Castlevania. Actually,
and you said they did that very well.
Yep, they did it fantastically. It took the elements of Dracula is bad, well, not bad, but Dracula wants to wipe out humanity, and just gave it its own spin. It made Dracula sympathetic. It made Dracula's reason... It's not justifiable, but understandable. It took Trevor... Yeah, they turned him into a drunk, who's... If going into a little story, whose family was disgraced by the church, the very church that killed Dracula's wife. So
they give him a backstory with that.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it's just basically him realizing that being a hero isn't for the praise of the people, but for more that, regardless if they want his help or not, it's his duty to help the people. So it's a bit of a rebirth, a sort of a understanding. Plus, I love his interactions with the other characters. Yeah. I love his interactions with the 2 other characters, Saifa Banderas and Alucard. You know what I mean, right, Trooper?
Yep.
The fact that...
I've watched the series as well.
Just for the record, Green, do not watch that with your kids. No, do not watch it with your family.
I can believe that.
Yeah, just they're too young to watch it. I just reckon if it's you and your wife alone, that's fine, but not with the kids. They'll have nightmares for days.
I can see that.
Honestly, I think the gore was also what drew me in quite a bit, but that's just me. I didn't. Though, if I do say, I kind of prefer it more than Elfen Lied.
Gotcha.
There's one series... Side note to that, I've watched Attack on Titan, Hellsing Ultimate, Hellsing, and other gory shows, but the one show that I can never stomach is Elfen Lied. I can never stomach this show. Ooh.
Oh. Interesting.
Ooh, it gives me just the heebie-jeebies talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I watched most of those as well, apart from I think Elfen League, the one that you mentioned.
Take my advice. Don't. I made the mistake of watching it, and I regret watching it. You know what's my one? You know what's my minus the gore? You know what's my other complaint with that thing?
What?
The way it portrays things as way too dark. I don't know if I could say this, but I'm going to say it. In the series, the main, I'm going to quote here, heroine, Lucy, had her, there no here. I'm putting quotes for good reasons. Basically, what happens is that she was bullied by other kids. Okay, fine. Kids bully other kids. Nothing new there, right? Well, the thing is, the kids took Lucy's puppy and get what I mean? Guys?
Is it a Pokemon move called Stomp?
They took a piece of wood.
Oh, so they used wood hammer. Let me stop. Anyone know Pokemon like that?
Everybody in the series has a dark past. It's almost, I would say comical, but I feel like it's more drab than funny.
Ooh, mm-hmm.
Every single character has like a dark past, and I like me some dark stuff, don't get me wrong. I like Black Lagoon, too. Another series that I thought was bad, but I actually like it after watching it. I thought it was just not, I think it was overhyped, but I liked it. But besides that, I like that, but not Elfen Lied. It's weird. It's always one of these weird things that I can never understand. I like certain things, but this series doesn't seem to sit well with me. I don't know why.
Right.
It's always baffled me of that part.
I think it just grows on you, doesn't it, as well? Like, when you don't like a series or something.
True.
It can just grow on you.
True, it can grow on you.
Right.
I did try to rewatch it, but I think my opinion just worsened on it.
Oof.
That tends to happen. Any other news?
I'm really concerned. So apparently the Spider-Man game's coming to PS4 too. So I was concerned if Demon's Souls was going to be on PS4. I don't know. What's anyone's take on that?
I thought Sony said there'll be no cross-generational platform for this because they want to say that all the games on PS4, PS5 are for PS5.
Yeah, but no one's heard about the Spider-Man game?
I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know Demon's Souls was coming to PS4 as well as 5. I mean,
I didn't say it was a definite. I was just because you know how some games they have it on the previous
console generation. Yep, that's a.
I'm not saying Demon's Souls. Yeah,
that'd be a bit weird considering that Sony were touting that all games on the PS5 are solely on for the PS5. There will be no past. There will be no previous. There'll be no cross-platform games.
It says that the Spider-Man Miles Morales game is going to be on PS4 and PS5. So
that's news to me.
Yep. So that's interesting.
Shouldn't it be if it's going to be for PlayStation? Just leave on the PS5 and not have it on the next gen consoles. That way makes last gen pretty irrelevant. if you having like a next gen on that console.
It kind of makes me, that gives me less incentive. Gives me less incentive to buy the next generation from the beginning if there's going to be some games on the PS4 because I still own a PS4 and saves me money.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's just rumors. You know, when there are uncertainties during these times, people always create rumors to fill in the gaps. So maybe it's just whispers in the internet land.
A friend was telling me about Spider-Man going on PS4 the other day, and I'm like, that can't be true. That's on your PS5 exclusive, but it seems like because I went on the PS Store today and it's coming on PlayStation 4 as well as PS5.
It's a bit weird, honestly.
All right.
I don't know. There's so many things. Oh, another news. Did you see the Twitter post for the Uncharted movie?
Oh yeah, I've seen it all this week.
Ooh.
Uncharted is getting a live action adaptation movie. What a surprise. And people are saying that the actor looks like a bad cosplay of Nathan Drake, which I'm inclined to agree with them.
Oof.
Oof, indeed.
It'd be good if Bloodborne got a live action as well, but not an anime.
I gotta tell you a funny story. A while back when remember that new superhero movie by James Gunn? The one with that kid that had... It was a dark version of the Superman. I can't remember its name.
Is it
That Superboy?
No, not Superboy. It was called Crimson something or something along those lines.
Interesting.
Basically, there was a mark that everybody, and even including me, who thought it was the Hunter mark, because he was working with Sony, and he says it was a collaboration between him and Sony, and people thought, hang on, Sony, that mark that looks suspiciously like a Hunter mark from Bloodborne. Everybody, including myself, thought it was a Bloodborne live-action movie.
Oof. But a good oof.
Excuse me 1 second, gentlemen.
I didn't know that.
I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Kirk, you okay? Or oh no, you're
Sorry
okay.
about...
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah. But so anyway, as I was saying, and everybody thought it was like a Bloodborne movie, and I thought, James Gunn, Bloodborne. Has he ever done a serious horror? I know he's done horror movies in the past, but they were more on the comedic side than the horror side. So I was having turns out, nope. And I actually talked to Samuel Dietz, one of the directors for the Castlevania, on Twitter, and I said to him, if you were given the opportunity, would you make a Dark Souls or Bloodborne animated adaptation? And he said he would love to.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, also, he's working on the new DMC Netflix original series on Netflix. That's going to be on Netflix as well. That'll be yeah.
You never know. We could have a chance of getting a Soulsborne anime.
No,
hopefully.
Heck, there's a Soulsborne cafe I want to go to in Japan. A Dark Souls cafe, to be precise. Yeah,
what?
Yeah, in Japan
there's a Dark Souls cafe.
Yeah, actually, restaurant. It's a Dark Souls restaurant.
Oh, restaurant. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, they have the glasses, the ones you drink out, are exactly the same shape as Estes flasks.
Oh my goodness!
I think I saw something like that on Facebook.
I'd love to go to that. Like
Mhm.
they even have food that's supposed to be from the Dark Souls universe. But since
Wait, like moss fruit or something like that?
they're actually, I remember seeing rat on the menu, not actual rat, but it was just beef that looked. It was not actual rat.
Okay.
Mm. Then again, there's also a Final Fantasy Cafe. So, are we honestly surprised?
I mean, it's Japan.
Mm,
No, I don't think anybody is.
Mm-hmm. I was, I wasn't certainly surprised when.
Right.
Oops.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Whew. Huh, this has been fun. This time it's actually working, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to do this weekly. Or, well, not weekly, but a few times, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. I wouldn't mind. Just sit me up early with it, and then I'll be good.
Of course, certainly, but I'll always notify you guys either on Twitter or on Discord just to say, hey guys, are we up for a podcast this week?
Oh yeah, that'd be fine.
And also, if you have any other friends that are on servers, do invite them. It'll be. I'd like to.
I can try.
Oh, so many things to little. Oh, yeah. Speaking of guys, I could ask you, what is your opinion on the philosophy on, say, the Soul series?
Which one? So I've done philosophy things on all the individual games, so it depends. Which one in particular?
Say, okay, did you Sekiro, for example? Have you
Okay.
done?
I haven't done Sekiro specifically, but from playing Sekiro, there's a degree of, I suppose, like nationalism that it sort of touts, like essentially like, okay, the problems start out with foreign invaders. So for the Ashina people, their biggest blight is going against the Interior Ministry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically outsiders trying to take them over. But on like I should say like a theological level, the dragon comes from not from Japan. So
China.
like the reason why there's all these immortality, it comes from China or Korea. I know they say it comes from the West, which anything West or whatever, how it works.
But the dragon is definitely more Asian, Chinese.
It's more Asian, yeah, not European, not
Yeah.
at all. No, I'm not saying like European, but it's the idea that the dragon is like a theological representation of that like foreigner blight. It's causing all these unnatural diseases and stuff just by being there. And then like that one Sekiro ending where you put the dragon. Or you have Kuro reborn inside one of those everlasting peoples, and then like take him out, I guess, to be reborn elsewhere.
The child of the rejuvenating waters, and go on a journey to return the dragon's blood back to its original home.
Yeah. So I feel like there's that type of theme that's going on.
I always, may I actually had my own. May I? I don't want to interrupt. May I say?
You can go. Yeah,
my idea was when I saw it was of the idea of both how sorry of how immortality is not as great as it seems, as we've seen plenty of times how immortality just corrupts and just causes more problems, as it causes that halts the continuation of progress and basically makes things stagnate and rot, as I'd like to see it.
Yep.
Also, the other thing I also saw was like, and a lot of times of how characters like in Senpou Tempo and other places, even with even Gonichiro, how they will sacrifice no matter the cost or the cost or even their own humanity, sacrifice to gain both power and immortality. So those were the themes I saw about how basically corruption, immortality, and basically the lengths humans will go to gain said power and immortality, and how it very well
and that's. And I was about to say, So for me, I was trying to mention something that was specific that I think to Sekiro, but those themes are present in all of the Soulsborne games too as well. Especially Dark Souls 3 about how, okay, if we maintain the status quo for as long as we can, everything starts stagnating, and that's kind of bad. Dark Souls 2 also had that, whereas like, lol, we've been in this cycle. Is there anything more than just this freaking cycle? Dark Souls 1 was about trying to permanently keep the fire going, even though dark's supposed to happen. Demon Souls is like, lol, guys, can we stop trying to resurrect these demons so we get power? Like, please, stop. And then Bloodborne, very similar, is like, lol, can you guys stop talking to like these ancient squid monsters to give you power? Like, please, lol.
I always thought Bloodborne was also about how, similar to H.P. Lovecraft's, of how we humans try to make themselves as big as they want, but in the end, they see us as we see ants, just little creatures just scuttling about.
And then the Bloodborne DLC happened where you literally killed one of them, and then she went on a whole tirade to imprison people in a nightmare. That wasn't fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm asking this because I've been having a debate with a friend incoming for my special video that I'm planning on doing, the whole Nier versus Sekiro thing, Automata. And we were discussing of now this is a whole welcome back. This is a whole subject, a subjective thing, because you could argue, I could say that I love the themes of how it portrays humanity, accurately portrays humanity as sort of creatures that just wish to gain power no matter what it costs, or basically try to sacrifice their own humanity for power and wealth and gain. Versus, say, Nier Automata's philosophy on what is it mean to be human and whatnot. So it was always, so I was trying to have a discussion on this with her a lot of the times, and we could only come to an impasse saying that I feel like personally, now feel free to shoot me out of the water if you want to, that they are kind of opposites to each other, if you know what I mean. How they, if you can get what I mean.
I can't really speak on Nier that much, but I'm not really sure if this is the case. You're talking about like how Nier has a more positive outlook on human identity, while Sekiro is more about people trying to sacrifice it.
I always thought, no, not so much as a positive outlook, but more as the way of what characteristics that make us human, in the sense, like love, hatred, desires, those sorts of things.
Okay.
So what makes a human, and if an android can mimic said emotions, does that make them a human? That sort of thing.
Okay.
Well, that's what, as far as I can get, because personally, sometimes it just...
Hold on to, I played Nier.
Yeah, I played Nier.
It's weird with that, because there's all interpretations of humanity.
Yeah.
Every time the machines are trying to emulate humans as well.
I know, that was the thing. They tried to copy humans, but always failed. It was an interesting... Honestly, it's hard for me to say. There were certain things that I think Sekiro did better, and a friend that she thought that was better for Nier. For like when we compared the music, I said that I like the more Japanese orchestral music, if you know what I mean. It had but she said that Nier had fantastic music of how it's beautiful and it fits the theme. As the saying, one track was just a copy paste from the previous track. Well, a remix from the previous Nier game. We tried to talk about combat, and I say that I like Sekiro's more parry. We can agree that Sekiro's combat is pretty good. Like one of the best we've played, and one of the best. I wouldn't say realistic, but it's close to realistic sword combat. I said close, not exactly like. I think I killed his brain. I think I killed his brain for a sec.
A little bit better than.
Okay, maybe
I would say For Honor is a little bit better.
Okay.
I think For Honor is a little bit better, but I'm just gonna say that.
Speaking on combat,
Yes.
Blasphemous has some pretty good combat as well.
Yeah. True. I never
the parrying
actually.
and
I
the
remember.
counters.
I actually remember Ben Yahtzee Crusher saying
So you
this.
could probably pin that next to Sekiro and Frona.
Fair enough. Cool. Speaking of blasphemous, I remember. Do you know the YouTuber Ben Yahtzee Crusher from Zero Punctuations? Guys? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did you hear that? I
Yes.
said. Well, basically, he said this about blasphemous, saying that if Dark Souls depress, if blasphemous is basically Dark Souls being kidnapped by the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're breaking up.
Sorry, I said that he made a joke saying that if Dark Souls was depressing, blasphemous is basically Dark Souls being kidnapped by the Cenobites to listen to Norwegian black metal for all eternity. Guys, did you hear that?
Oh, rip.
Yeah, that's what he said. I found it funny.
Dang. I'm muted.
No, you're still here.
I didn't know that, to be fair.
Yeah, he thought that blasphemous was more depressing than Dark Souls.
Like, you guys hear me?
Yeah,
No,
we can hear you.
Oof. Okay, that's cool.
I didn't know that at first, to be fair.
Well, that's
When
what
he said blasphemous more depressing.
he said. It, not me.
Don't shoot the messengers.
Yeah, don't shoot me.
Yes, sir.
I was only saying what he said. I mean, actually, I wanted to say this, Green. Maybe when this whole pandemic is basically calmed down, like if I can earn enough money, perhaps I can bring my.
Because you're breaking up.
Sorry. I said that if this whole pandemic basically calms down, like this, we can move past this pandemic and start traveling again. I was thinking maybe I could bring my Bloodborne cosplay over, and you could film me doing Bloodborne moves for a little bit as a hunter.
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
That
I
would
wouldn't
be.
mind that at all.
Well, as soon as this pandemic
Do you
gets.
have the weapon that you wanted? That you?
No, I thought I
to
could
do
use
it
one of
for?
your replica swords. But I don't have any sword collections, so I was thinking maybe I could do like the Moon Knight Greats, the Moon Knight.
Replica
Yeah.
swords. You think they're replicas?
Oh, okay. Then you're real. Well, then just I would just mimic the movements of, say, the Moon Knight Greatsword.
Most ones use a real. Yeah.
I know martial arts, by the way.
Most of them are real blades that I use.
Then you better teach. I better be extra careful then.
I'll give you the fake one.
I think that would be the best idea. I don't want to lop anyone's head off by accident. That would be a horrible thing to explain to the police.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, by the way, Trooper, you've got any videos, upcoming videos?
I have, to be fair, when I work on do with more difficulty about the Souls games and like how I don't want to affect Elden Ring with the easy mode controversy and stuff.
Oh, that controversial topic. Oh, Dark Souls should get an easy mode to act for more players' accessibilities. I counter that by saying I don't want an easy mode because I don't want Dark Souls to be for everyone. I like Dark Souls,
But
because
isn't easy mode Dark Souls just summon your friends?
That's exactly
friends
true.
that are good. Just watch them stop the game.
You want an easy mode? Summon a couple of friends. That'll make it 10 times easier. But because I think this whole reason came up again was because of Sekiro. It didn't have an online mode, so it was difficult for players. I managed, but like I said, I think if From put an easy mode, it would really dampen a lot of what the experience, if you know what I mean. What made the games great is that you learn and have grow and experience the game better. And I feel like having an easy mode just is a big old cop out.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it really experience.
That's how I feel anyway. Having an easy mode just.
Cousin.
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Oh no, nothing. No. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
There was a
I
loud
think
noise. I think you might have heard on my end.
experience for like veteran players and stuff, and for seasoned sales players. Like if they can be adding the easy mode or something, it'd be best to like, add it.
I never did like the idea of having an easy mode in Dark Souls.
Nobody does.
Then again, most people.
I remember that.
Oh, you mean Jim Sterling?
That hack hero.
Could you repeat that? You broke up for a second.
He was like saying, "You hacked Sekiro."
Oh yeah, you mean the journalist that actually modded
the guy who hacked Sekiro and then so it was like easy, and then he's like, "I feel accomplished."
Full hogwash, I tell you. I felt more accomplished by taking Ishin down sword to sword. I felt more accomplishment. Sure, it took me a few days, but I managed to basically did it. I won. You don't accomplish by cheating. Honestly, it's like when they complain that.
It's like with blasphemous. I'll be blasphemous without even cheating.
Go with mommy.
I could never.
That game was pretty tough as well.
People like that who think that, oh, Sekiro, those games should have. Call me an elitist. I just feel like it just cheapens the experience.
We all feel that way.
I agree.
Well, can't wait for Demon Souls remake where they're gonna have like everybody has like them in like 5 summons.
Yep.
Blitz through the game.
And I cannot wait for the journalists to just basically say, oh, that Demon Souls needs an easy mode so that way we can get it to play it better. Because let's be honest, game journalists aren't gamers.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it.
I don't know either why, because if they're not going to play, because I'm a game, I could be a better game journalist than them because I play games. I actually play the games.
Right. But hey, what can we do?
That's true. On that note, I think we can end the podcast here. I think we've had enough. Is that all right with you guys?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
All right. I'd like to thank. Sorry, go on. You're gonna say something, Trevor?
Forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry.
Never mind.
On that
It doesn't
note,
matter.
on that note, everybody. For anybody that has watched up to now, thank you very much. I'd like to thank Sir Green Knight and Trooper for joining me on this new podcast, the Soulsborne Roundtable. I'll make sure to leave links to their Twitter, to their YouTube channels down below. Also, follow me on my Discord and subscribe to my channel as well, as it helps me a lot. Unless you're already unless you're already subscribed and in my Discord. If that's so, retweet this, please. Anyway, I think this will be the end of it, my friends. Until we meet again.
Until we meet again. Then, good night, Kurt.
Good night.
Good night. Hold on.